what's your plan? You know, what's
What
your
my plans
yeah.
is, well, with the house, as I say, they've started hollow blocking. They've started the kitchen. And when I was last and I told them what I wanted done, is extend well, yeah, porch, the kitchen, and the living room, the sitting area, extend that out as well, about a foot or a foot and a half more. And the bedrooms, extend them to a boundary, so they're a bit longer, and not a lot, it does walls in, and build the rooms to 3 metres
Yeah, you'll have
wide.
to redo the roof.
Yeah, it's going to come down sometime. It's going to have to get done. What I was planning to do was we had 2 bedrooms, and where the kitchen was, I was before they started doing the work on the kitchen. I was planning to build, make the kitchen smaller, and then build a room out to there. So we had 1 bedroom there, and then 2 others. But they started work on the kitchen, so that changed my idea. And I thought, and I was thinking one day, and I thought, well, the kitchen's a bit bigger than this. I don't know how much bigger. It's the concrete is there to maybe a foot or so out further that way. That's about the size of the kitchen. I thought, why not put a beam across there, put concrete, there's a ceiling, and steps going up to a little apartment above. And that can be me and Erica's. We have a bedroom and our kitchen. Well, we need 1 bedroom and a kitchen. Because I really didn't mind living with the family. As long as we've got our own space, I'll be quite happy. We were living, I'm happy, but it can be better. And I thought, well, that's going to be an awful lot of work, and I think the whole thing would need to come down and start from the beginning. So I'd need to get an architect in to build. If I tell him, like, this is what I want, and he does drawings and says, right, that's what I want, exactly. Then I get the cost. I've got a works pension, which I will get when I can get now, but I'm leaving it until I'm 67. That's my phone, it's just went clang, I think. What is it? I'm going to get that in a lump sum. And that should be about, the value would be about £22,000, which is over £1,000,000 pesos, I think. And bring that over and say, right, get this architecture and get it, and find somewhere for the family to live, and say, right, demolish the lot and just start building it.
Hold a reserve if you can now. Really, you
But
really
hopefully
need-
I'll have more money saved by then,
Yeah.
because at this moment in time, financially, I'm fucked. Up shit creek at the moment. I came off with my heart operation. I put the other forms I need to take up.
You didn't pay anything for your
No,
surgery.
no. It's I had some money saved, just over 3,000 saved, and debt bills going out. And now I was on the sick, got sick pay, which is £130 odd a week. On top of that, I've got my army pension, which is
Better
£150 a
than
month.
better than my
Yeah.
UK pension, I can tell you.
And I get that, but it's not enough to live on.
No.
I've got all the forms filled out. I go online, I got it's help and that. They said, I'll fill all these forms out, fill everything out for them, send them off, got my council tax paid, getting my rent paid, and I got the universal credit. It's a new thing now. I went for an interview for that. I filled out the forms and I got that. She says, you've got it. He says, you'll be with what you're getting, bringing in, you'll get about £600. And I says, can you show me?
A week?
A month. If that was a week, then I'd be fucking packing my job in. And I says, exactly how much am I getting a month? And she put it up in this big figure in big black number, in black, big,
Yeah.
£95. I went, 95, that's what I'm getting? Yeah, that's what you get a month. I says, when he asked me a month, he says, no, you get about 600. So much is off for your rent and your council tax. And that's what I'm left with. He says, yeah. I went, right, okay. Now, all other times, right, that I've been unemployed, which isn't often, I went down to the door, I filled all the forms in, my rent and all that, and it's all automatically been paid. I've had no worries. Well, I did other forms, got all filled in, but at these interviews, I went to another inn, had to get a sick line to cover, because if I didn't have a sick line, or I didn't go to one of these meetings, my money stopped. Now, when I came over here, I was worried as sick, because I had a meeting, a video call meeting, on the 29th of December. I was at the airport, and I found out that I had to have another sick line for the 29th to whenever. But I was leaving the following day. I was just in this interview on the Thursday. I had had my case with us because I was coming through to Glasgow to stay in a hotel overnight. And they says, yeah, you have to get a sick line to cover for when that runs out. But I says, I'm leaving now. I'm going to Glasgow tonight. She says, but you need to have, because if you don't have it and it runs out, you'll lose your money. Okay. So I got to the hotel that day. Well, before I left, I phoned the doctors and I said, right, I need an extension to my sick line today. Could you please send me one? Because if I'm away on holiday and if it runs, if my sick line runs out and I don't have one, I lose my money. I says, can I get one to cover it? Well, I was expecting about maybe 2 months. They gave me 1 month. And then I had to submit that into my files so they could see it. So you have a web page you go to and you've got your own part of like I'm saying a files. You fit the dates in and all that, and that was fine. I was sitting in the airport waiting. I was about an hour before I was due to go on the plane. So on the phone to my boss, I said, right, Jeff, I've got a sick line to cover for the holidays, over the holidays, because my month runs out. Because if it runs out, he can't calculate my sick pay, because they'll be back before I come back, and he can't pay me sick pay. So I says, right. I says, I've got in here, gave him it. I says, I'll email it to you, so I did. And I says, right, got that. I says, get that? Yeah, fine. He says, okay, that's all sorted. I've no worries. I've just got this worry about the video call. Right, bye, see you. And hang up, missed call. Oh, who's it? Council. Okay, I thought, yes, hello. He just phoned me. Who's kind of Jenny or something? I said, Jenny? I said, I can't remember the name it is, but they phoned me up, something to do with my rent. And he says, give me your name. I said, nah, Brown. I says, oh, yes. You're 5 weeks in arrear rent. I went, what? I says, no, my rent's getting paid. He says, no, it hasn't been paid. You're over £500 in arrear. I went, what the fuck? I said, what the hell? He says, yeah, it hasn't been paid. I says, but I filled out all the forms about the universal credit and they said that was the rent. Oh, but did you specify who was getting it paid to? I says, what do you mean? He says, oh, you've got a choice, either getting it paid to the landlord or paid to yourself. And then you pay. I says, well, I was never told that. When I was in an interview yesterday, they never said anything about that. I was like, oh, shit. I says, well, I'll try and get it. I says, I'm away. I'm 15 minutes and I'm going on a plane and I'm away. She said, you need to get it sorted. I says, well, you're going to have to wait until I come back off holiday. So I was like that. And